Absolutely. So it's kind of like passion and purpose. I didn't find my passion and purpose till I was 40. So, and how you know that you found it and you're tapped into it is, again, it's the feeling, it's the excitement, it's the I want as much as I want air type of a thing. You wake up jumping out of bed, excited. It's when you have your I get to, I don't have to. If everything's I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to go here, then I would really stop and pause and look, because it should be I get to. I'm excited, I'm fired up. So if you haven't found that, what my first coach that I hired had me do is sit down and give yourself some space, give yourself a moment, an hour, even a half hour, whatever you can dedicate. Set aside all distractions, really be present, and grab a piece of paper or more. You should want to have a good, like a new journal, let's say, and write out, if you would wake up tomorrow and everything was as you wanted it to be, and you had your perfect life, what would that look like? Where would you live? What vacations are you taking? What are you driving? What is your relationship with all the people that you love? Spiritually, are you connected? Financially, and wealthy. Wealth and finance, I look at differently, because you can be financially secure and not wealthy in the fact that you're happy, healthy, and wealthy. Because if you don't have the happy and healthy part, the money, it's not going to do as much good for you and for the others. And I work with so many people on money paradigms. I have people, oh, money is the root of all evil. I'm like, stop. Or, people that have money, they've wronged people to get there. And they're so, like, first and foremost, if you were to go out on a date with money and you talk to it like that, do you think you'd get a second date? If you truly said everything you believed about money out loud, are you going to attract it to you? So 9 out of 10 people, because of how we were raised, money doesn't grow on trees. What do you think? I'm Rockefeller? We can't afford that. You don't need that. And first and foremost, the whole thing is that, be grateful. And if you know me, you've heard anything, you know that I come from gratitude first. Always be grateful for what you have and where you're at, but never satisfied. You should never be satisfied, because we're spiritual beings having a human experience. And so many people have that backwards. They think we're human beings having a spiritual, spiritual upbringing. And we're here having this experience, but it's truly, we're spiritual beings having a human experience, and we are made for expansion. We are here to grow and to learn. And if you're not growing and getting 1% better every day, you're going backwards and dying. So it's truly to expand ourselves. So write it out and feel into it. And through finding what you do want in your goals and what it would look like if you could have the perfect day tomorrow, knowing that it's fluid. And what my coach, I started with like a page and a half, the day one. And then you rewrite it every day for 7 days.
Yes.
And give yourself the space in the morning to do this. I promise you, by the 7th day, I look back at day one, I was like, oh, that would be too bad if I got that. Like, this is amazing, because you'll grow with it. Even in 7 days, you'll think of different, you'll put in just different words. Or what about this? Oh, I thought about that. Ooh, this would be good. And really just play around with this. And through this process, you'll come to understand what it is that you desire and what it is that you want. What would you, and the more descriptive you can be, that's why it should be pages long. What does your business look like? Again, what do your relationships look like? Where do you live? Where do you vacation? What do you give for charity? What are the organizations? The more money you have, the better and more you can do in this world, the more impact you can make. Where do you give back? Where do you put your dollars and vote with your dollars and give back? So there's just in doing and getting, it's how much can you give? That's amazing. And what we do, and you all know this because of the industry you're in, how you serve and how you show up at in service for others is how you'll be compensated. But if you show up for the paycheck, or you show up for the commission, or you show up in that energy, that will be felt, and you're not going to be as successful. So it's really about having the heart and coming from your heart to connect to your goal. That is all part of the process. So that would be, I guess, one step that I would take. And if that doesn't work, or if you're struggling with that, reach out to me, and I have some other ones that we can definitely work on. And Chrissy, you said something else I want to circle back around. You talked about the law of attraction, which is a law, and it's through the vibration you're in that you attract at the law of attraction. So start with the law of vibration, which is one of the universal laws. So that's where, instead of feeling, when you look at your bank account, feeling that way, you need to disconnect from that. Disconnect from your five senses as much as you can and go to the goal already achieved and feel from there. And you had talked about planting seeds, and you're absolutely right, because our mind is like a garden and our thoughts are the seeds we're planting. And so just like in a garden, a farmer can plant poison and can plant corn 6 inches away from each other, and they will both grow in abundance. That's just like your mind. You can plant lack and worry and doubt and fear and debt and all the negative things, and you will get more of that. Or you can stop that thinking and know that you become what you think about all day long. Start thinking abundance. Start thinking from your goal achieved. Start thinking and saying positive I am statements. 20 of them a morning. Write them out, record them. If you can listen to them throughout the day, the more you can impress upon your subconscious what you do want versus sitting in lack, worry, and doubt and everything that you don't want throughout the day. That is where, again, the people, circumstances, opportunities will be presented to you. And it's having the faith. Garden and our thoughts are the seeds we're planting. And so just like in a garden, a farmer can plant poison and can plant corn 6 inches away from each other, and they will both grow in abundance. That's just like your mind. You can plant lack and worry and doubt and fear and debt and all the negative things, and you will get more of that. Or you can stop that thinking and know that you become what you think about all day long. Start thinking abundance. Start thinking from your goal achieved. Start thinking and saying positive I am statements. 20 of them a morning. Write them out, record them. If you can listen to them throughout the day, the more you can impress upon your subconscious what you do want versus sitting in lack, worry, and doubt and everything that you don't want throughout the day. That is where, again, the people, circumstances, opportunities will be presented to you. And it's having the faith. Absolutely. And that is exactly why 3 to 5% of the human population makes 96 to 97% of the money, because they don't do it. It's the people at the top that really are the leaders and understand this and understand the practice of it, that will commit to it. And it's just like planting the seeds. You plant it, you do the repetition of it, you show up, you connect to it every day, and it's not happening. It's not happening. You dig up the seeds, so it goes away right before it's ready to break through, and the fear will take over instead of the faith, because I have bills to pay. I have to do this. I have to do that. So it's getting to a place where you can do this, because the thing is that we get up and we spend the time every day anyway. That's a whole nother call, but right. We all have the same amount of time. We don't manage time. I know Bob Proctor, when he asked Earl Nightingale, one of his first mentors, how do you manage time? Earl looked at him and was like, what do you mean manage time? He's like, time is time. Tick, tick, tick. I don't manage time. None of us manage time. We manage our activities. So you're going to wake up. We all have the same amount of time. What time do you wake up? What time do you go to bed? What are you feeding your body? What are you feeding your mind? And really start choosing your actions and your activities and what you're doing throughout your day. And when you're saying yes to something, really, really hone in on what you're saying no to, because it's something. Saying yes to the wrong things and letting stuff that you should be saying yes to go by the wayside. And for why? Because we care what people think about us. We're people pleasers. We don't understand what we don't know what we don't know, or it's just always what we've done. You know, so, yeah. Get back there. What can you say? What can you feel? And what little action steps can you take? Because you said something that I want to say a little bit differently, just because it impacted me when I heard it this way. We are, so you are, I'm talking to you, you are your only solution and you are your only problem. Your only solution and your only problem. 100% responsibility. I used to, until I found all this, I was the victim. I was blaming them. I was blaming the economy. I was blaming all this. No, you take 100% responsibility for your results and where you're at, whether they're what you want them to be or not. And you start there. So I love that. And the funny thing, I just did a video on vision boards this morning, Chrissy. So I love that you said that, because it's truly, and I said, well, if you even don't want a vision board, put it on your bathroom mirror, put it in your car. What's your screensaver say on your computer? What's your screen wallpaper say on your phone? All these little things that we're picking up throughout the day, they should have your goal on them. So every time you touch them and see them, it's impressing. Starting to think from that goal. So it's in thinking from that and connecting to it throughout the day as much as you can, that you'll start impressing it, and then you'll start thinking differently, or a thought will pop into your head. So that's where the higher faculty intuition is really important, because then you're going to be like, oh, I haven't talked to Joanne for a while. Okay. And then you go, no, call Joanne. Like the moment that thing pops into your mind and you get these little intuitive hits, that's the universe like showing up and giving you little clues. So start listening to your intuition and take action, take action, take action, take action, because it's that moment between when you get this intuitive hit and you know you want to do something, that if you wait to take action, that's called procrastination, that's where all dreams die. Because that's then where the paradigms and the habitual behaviors and the self-negative talk and, oh, I'm fine, you know, my life's good enough. I got a roof over my head, my car works, I go on okay vacations, you know, the house is okay, it needs a little bit of work, but I don't need anything. No, we're made for expansion. Go after what you want. Quit playing small, like 90 to 95% of the population's doing, and start impressing and plugging into what could be and what is already yours. Because if you think it, and if you've put it as a true desire and it's in your subconscious and on your heart and you desire it, the truth is it's already done and out there. It's where you are. You need to know where you are and where you're going. And now it's by raising your vibration that the law of attraction will come into effect, and you will attract what you need. But you have to go from where you are to where the frequency of your goal and connect to it an hour after it's already done, as much as you can throughout the day. And people just aren't willing to do it, to your point, Chrissy. So it's not working. It's not okay. Done. I'm just done. And 99.5% of people show up that way.